It was a cold winter night on February 9, 2004, when 21-year-old Maura Murray, a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, crashed her car into a snowbank on a quiet stretch of Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire. The crash seemed minor, a typical accident on an icy road. But when the police arrived, Maura was gone. There were no signs of her, no footprints in the snow, no traces of a struggle, just her car, still running, and a mystery that would haunt everyone who tried to solve it. At the time of her disappearance, Maura had been under stress. Her life appeared to be unraveling. She had recently been involved in a car accident, had a history of personal struggles, and had been acting strangely in the days leading up to her disappearance. She had canceled plans with friends, packed her car with clothes, and even left behind some of her belongings, including her cell phone and credit cards. The most puzzling thing, however, was a voicemail she left for her father just hours before the crash. In the message, she told him she would be away for a while, but never elaborated on why or where she was going. As the search for Maura intensified, theories began to emerge. Some believed that Maura may have staged her disappearance, possibly trying to escape from her life and the pressure she was facing. It seemed like she had planned it, taking her clothes, abandoning her car, and leaving behind anything that might link her back to the crash. But was it that simple? Could Maura, a seemingly normal young woman, have willingly disappeared? Others believed something more sinister was at play. Some thought she had been kidnapped, perhaps by a stranger who took advantage of her accident. Witnesses claimed to have seen a car near Maura's vehicle shortly after the crash, but no one could provide a clear description of the driver. Had someone taken her, or had she left under her own will and simply gone into hiding? The absence of any concrete evidence made it all the more difficult to know which theory, if any, was true. One of the more unsettling aspects of Maura's case was the strange behavior she exhibited just before the crash. She had been in contact with her boyfriend, who was away at the time, and had been acting distant. She seemed preoccupied, and some of her friends later recalled that she had been emotionally distant and disengaged. What was she running from? Had something happened that caused her to snap, or was she the victim of a premeditated crime? As investigators combed through the case, several leads turned up, but none of them pointed to a clear conclusion. Witnesses claimed to have seen a man near Maura's car on the night of the crash, but his identity was never confirmed. Could he have been involved in her disappearance? Or was he simply a passerby who happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time? Over the years, the search for Maura became a nationwide obsession. Investigators interviewed dozens of people, tracked leads, and uncovered small clues, but the case remained unsolved. The public's fascination with the case only grew as time went on, with many still wondering if Maura had staged her own disappearance, or if something more tragic had occurred. With each passing year, the questions only multiplied, and Maura's family was left to wonder if they would ever get the answers they so desperately needed. Despite new advances in technology and forensic science, including the use of DNA analysis and digital forensics, the case remains open and Maura's fate is still unknown. Theories continue to circulate, and her story has become one of the most haunting and mysterious disappearances of the 21st century. Some believe that Maura simply walked away, unable to cope with the pressures of life. Others believe that foul play was involved, and that someone is responsible for her disappearance. As the years pass, the chances of finding her grow slimmer, but her story lives on, haunting everyone who has followed it. To this day, Maura Murray's disappearance remains one of the most chilling mysteries in American true crime history. Despite the passage of time, her case continues to intrigue and perplex, with new theories and questions emerging all the time. Will we ever know the truth behind what really happened that fateful night? Or will Maura's story remain forever unresolved, a tragic reminder of the dark side of human nature? Only time will tell, but for now, the mystery remains. What do you think happened to Maura Murray? Could she have disappeared on her own? Or was she the victim of something more sinister? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below.